I'm not even sure why I'm showing up right now. I never do. It's 7:30, November 27th. For the majesty of love. This is Lenny Kravitz. If y'all haven't checked it out, Raise Vibrations. It's a great album. Come on, somebody join me. Yay! Tell your friends. Tell your friends. Be easy, Matt. Be easy, Matt. I don't even know why I'm here exactly. It's just crazy energy, and I've had a crazy, trippy few days and magical journeys and so much crazy stuff. Beautiful things, crazy things, what the heck things. I've done this before a few times. Top things. Holy crap! Didn't I do this yesterday and the day before, or was it last month? Or hello, we have Sophia on. And I'm sending a signal out to all my starseeds right now. What's up, everybody? I'll be honest. Like, I showed up tonight, and I even talked to Misha right before I came on, and I said, I'm not even sure exactly why I'm coming on. But this time I'm completely blank about it. But I think that's the point. How are y'all feeling? And Sophia, I'm going to ask you, because you're on here. And Brenda, how are y'all doing? We jumped over the sun. We moved the sun, or we jumped on the other side of it. I haven't exactly figured it out yet. Because it's a new ecliptic sun. So it's like we brought it out of the ecliptic. But I'm still figuring out exactly what all we did because we were moving it around. And involved in these clearings and things that have been going. I've been in Los Angeles right now. I'm right outside Los Angeles, intent interview, doing so much shadow work. Just go over the hump, trying to sit in the unknown comfortably, right? And shadow work, because that's the main thing I want to come in and talk about. Because some exciting things are happening. Leading up to December 14th. So I'm going to be talking about December 14th, and we're going to be talking about November 30th, just because it's part of December 14th, and what's really going on with that energy and how we're feeling the buildup right now, right? Because that's what's going on. I had those that were in my crew when. And I want to thank Joseph too right now. There's so many beings that now that I have a fuller understanding, and a lot of my energetics and things have returned, and memories of this final countdown on both sides. Because there's those of us that are because when you're a mega star seed, you're multidimensional. You're connected into an energetic from a star system. Now, don't get, like, if you don't have a lot of starseed points in your chart, don't get that confused, because so many new beings that came in didn't need to live the karma to bring in that energy to get it here. Okay? So it still means that you're connected into that energetic web. But whenever you hold, a lot of Capricorn energy or Syrian energy, especially, but Capricorn and Lyra, you're a multi-dimensional being. I swear, I forgot to tell Misha, I saw you show up next door. Right when I pulled up, I was like, ah! Oh, and if the breaker goes off, that's what's going on. I'm in this Airbnb and I keep blowing the breaker. So I think we got it under control, but I'm not sure. The flag tried to come on here 3 times and it kept burp. because that's what that's, if you, when we talk about new earth and we talk about new energy and we talk about why all of us came here with these abilities, it was to transmute this energy, and it was to get the frequency up, and it always was for this time, and to remember and to be given back our ancient keys of understanding how now we can use it to create quickly new earth, new everything. New everything has to be rethought. Everything. Like, so many things have to be rethought now that it's like we don't have time for anybody to like all focus on the same thing. You know? It's like, okay, someone did that. Cool, what's next? Because the basis of the reality now is not the same. This is heaven on earth. It really is. You can eat whatever you want and not get fat. How are you tuning your energy to your food? You can create. I mean, we've seen the power. Misha, so what, I was in Texas, and I sent out those messages, and two different people ordered charts, and Misha ordered a chart that triggered, it's like my crew got my money going just a little bit, and then it triggered me to do some videos, and then just because of that little energetic that I got from the crew, we were able to put our intent in it and then bring some of you guys in that needed to get your charts done, because I still haven't even finished the charts. That's what's even crazier, because y'all are all coming in support network. It's like, okay, I'm ready to activate, and I start looking at your chart and I zero in on you, and you're getting clearing and stuff the whole time, and we're having synchronicities back and forth, and I'm getting clues to when I'm supposed to do it. All that's merging, so it's like it's all been merging, and it was literally, I guess, about a week ago, I woke up and I was like, Misha, where do you live? Because I looked at her chart and her daughter's chart, and it was, and she, like how I'm a ray to Aries, she's the Ophiuchian ray. And where are you? So, I mean, literally within, and I drove all night. So like by the time I woke up the next day, and I mean within 3 days I was here. But it all was connecting on so many different dimensional timelines in a new way, because it was all linked into basically the backup plan. I mean, because we knew that they weren't going to let the physical beings come in union, because it's what it was always, to stop. It's why we had to go without being physical in touch. It's why we had to, some of us, lose all of our money and zero out. It's because what you're doing is showing that you can make something out of nothing, which is what we're having to do on Earth now. Because it really is, to you, making something out of nothing, but it's not nothing. Because everything's quantum energy. Everything's energetic, it's like an alchemy. Everything's energetic in alchemy, and then it's understanding how to communicate through it, because it's speaka. So you have to use your, like what just happened here with the breaker and the heater. The lady came out and she's a little bit more Russian, and I'm like, I don't even have nothing plugged in, lady. I had one light and then the heater on. But we accidentally turned on something else too, and I didn't realize that till later, but we figured it out at the end. So then everything was cool and everything's fine, and now I actually feel even better because now I know the Lady Anna, right? But there are times when this energetic in the matrix to beings like us that are ascended, when you're not used to being a light being in the matrix, because especially when you don't realize that you're still in you're in grids, but it's not anything coming at you. It's just that you haven't moved around enough to open up your grid, or you haven't, or you're birthing out of it and it feels like it's attacking you almost because you need to move around because your energy field is so big. So it's like you've got to create a new current. That's why they're trying to, keep us in our houses and all that, but it didn't work. Because we were able to maneuver energetics with quantum energy, assigning and powering it through money, but not just any money. It doesn't matter how much, it matters where it came from, what intent was behind it, where it came from. The original dollar, not the bit, not the credit card, not the, where did the original purchase, the original dollar come from, is what it was about, right? Like now it's like there is no dollar, is my point. Because it's energetic. Now I don't want to get off on that, but it is. So remember, right now we're coming December 14th. I mean, this is a big deal. In my personal life, I'm seeing just the power that we have, and it's magical. Because we're able to alchemize 5 dimensions at the same time, basically, to where within a 10-mile radius of me and Misha working together, to where she's energetically powering something, meaning we were just calling in everything to be cleared and healed, and anything that was in that field that was blocking it, and she was transmuting, calling in her abilities to transmute, and then I was getting directives on things. And then normally, you clear energy and you're not exactly sure what you cleared. Well, this time we saw. And it just landed, boom, right there on the highway. Crunch. I mean, 90 miles, it was crazy, but it was linked to skull and bones and all these healings of these things that have been going on, and the hoodoo and the blah, 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 and the Hispanic, just not that even it was bad in any type of intent, in a negative way. It was meant, it all that stuff had a purpose. But the thing is, you don't realize that it leaves that stagnant energy no matter, because it was either on you, around you, done in your family, something put on you, da 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 da. That stuff's real. That stuff is real, 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 real. And that is the part that surprised the shit out of me, to be honest. I mean, if you talk, and I'm sure, and I don't do, healings every day, all day long. So, but just in my experience of activating super beings throughout this, and ancient star seeds and wizards and witches, and getting putting blood back together and all that kind of stuff. There's only been a few that had specific seals on them. However, like, the rest of it was such a mass. I mean, as soon as you went through any clearing, I mean, I just felt the ground shake right now. As soon as you go through any like mass healing, then it, with them in their energy field, it frees off whatever other DNA is, and strands are attached to it, and you see it go in mass ripples. When they have seals and things, it's even more so, but it's super specific. But call in your field and ask for it to show you where, if there's anything that needs to be broken. And then feel into your body to see if you feel anything, and then demand that it be broken as well. And this stuff is real. And your energy is your power, your energy, and even where your money's sitting, in which box, where's your belongings. Are they in a storage unit? Are they in your house? Are they at your mom's house? How much energetic energy do you hold on that? Have you noticed that, like, especially in California, that there's a ton of storage places all around the kids' schools? You notice, like, all the RV parks, it's like there's so many RVs, you're like, oh my God, why do we need that many RVs? And who buys them all? You notice how all of the car lots are like right at the beach, they're like right there, holding down the energy, like all those tons of metal. You ever gone driving through Louisiana and you're like, what freaking town? You notice I'm doing this? What freaking town is what, they dump their cars there? Is this the car dump? Like, why are there like 5,000 freaking old cars and shit right there in that swamp? Because they're energetically holding it down on purpose. Because it's energy, it's quantum energy, and it was, and I say they because the highest consciousness on the planet, unfortunately, before, which is what I'm talking this for, because this is what I'm telling you is changing right now. Boom, boom. Ow, major cramp. Because energetically, the whole world was being managed like that, y'all. Ow. Well, I know it's hard. I went through it. Y'all watched me go through it. I know it's hard. Trust me. But what I'm the easiest way to get through it is to understand it's energetic. And understand that everybody's going through. So, I mean, to the point where you're in the same stories as all y'all. Like, if y'all start talking to each other and you start, because you've even got the same names and shit.